What up, YouTube? Ed, WeskerGriff, coming back with a mail day recap video. Got some pretty cool additions to the collection to show off, but before I do any of that, want to talk about the huge news going around, and I'm certainly late to the dance, but wanted to talk about this on the channel, so figured why not. But the National in 2021 in Chicago is official, so it's officially going to be happening, which is great. I'm glad that they have officially said it's going to be going through, so now I can plan accordingly, because I am going to be going to the National this year in Chicago. I kind of figured that we would be having the National this year. It seemed to be trending towards that way nationally with how a lot of concerts and conventions are coming back, but I knew the National board would try really hard to get to have the show this year, basically. I mean, in 2020, in the guts of the pandemic, they tried to have it in Atlantic City at the end of December. So if they were that deeply committed to trying to have it in 2020, then definitely they were going to find any way possible to have it in 2021. So I'm super excited that I finally get to go back to the National. It feels like it's been forever. I know the last time that we were all there was in 2019, and I'm just really excited to get to hang out with you guys, to walk the convention floor, talk about the hobby, talk about life, and just see how everyone is doing. I'm sure this National is going to be unlike any National we have been to or seen before. I think it's just going to be, and I've talked about this for quite a while on the channel and on various live streams. I just feel like this National in particular is just going to be really zany. Tons of characters are going to be there, and it's just going to be a pretty funny experience, but it will definitely be, the key word being, an experience. So looking forward to going out to Chicago. I know the Chicago Cubs are playing Wednesday and they're playing Thursday. I know when we went there in 2019, I wanted to try to go to a Cubs game, but the National just monopolizes so much of your time that it's kind of hard to get away from the convention center. Also, the White Sox, I believe, are playing the weekend. So even if you missed the Cubs, you can potentially go to see the White Sox. So that'll be interesting. Definitely a lot on the grill to marinate, but we'll see where it takes us. So looking forward to Chicago. Buckle that seatbelt, because when this baby hits 88 miles an hour, you're going to see some serious shit at the show, baby. So it's going to be awesome. It's going to be a fun time, so looking forward to it. Now, on to the pickups. We're going to start with this one first. Finally added this card into the collection. This is from 1952 Topps. This is in a PSA Excellent 5. Finally pulled the trigger on the 1952 Willie Puddinhead Jones. So, been trying to get the 52 Willie. That's one of his more expensive cards, obviously, because probably most of the 52 Willies are in the bottom of the Hudson, so there's not too many out there. And this one, it's an Excellent 5. Got this off of ComC, off of eBay, and surprisingly, shockingly, it only took them about 2.5 to 3 weeks to ship it out. I was dreading maybe like a month or 2 months for them to get it out, but it took 2.5 to 3 weeks, which, I mean, it's not good, but it's manageable. So happy to get the card. Got it for a pretty damn good price, under $50. So I think I got a really nice deal on the card. And there's the back. It's in one of the older PSA holders. So the condition of it, you know, obviously it's off center, left to right. Top to bottom looks okay. Corners are pretty decent. But the color of the card looks pretty cool. And like I said, it survived not being dumped in the Hudson, so we should be thankful for that. So really, really neat card there of Willie Puddinhead Jones. So another one off the list. Next, we got a Project 70 addition to the collection. And this was a card that I thought was really, really cool. Had to buy this one. Finally was able to get one at auction because some of the buy nows on this card were a little higher than what it sells for retail. But I was able to get one for auction for a little bit under the price for Topps Online. So that's always cool. But it is the Keith Shore Fernando Tatis Jr. with Tony Gwynn up there in the clouds. Just thought this was a really, really cool card. Obviously, I am a fan of Keith Shore. I know that he's kind of a polarizing artist in the Project 2020 / Project 70 sphere, but I always find his art to be funny, and that's kind of what I'm going for. Whenever it can make me laugh and cause chaos in the hobby, I'm on board. So pretty damn cool card there of Tatis with Tony Gwynn there in the clouds. And there's the back. So another Project 70 off the list. Do have another Tatis coming in, although if you know me and you guys know my taste, I'm sure Carlos can guess which one I recently ordered. That'll be coming in soon, so I'm sure Dave can too. So that one. So you'll be seeing a couple more Project 70 cards on the channel without a doubt. All right, and finally, this last card here is a non-sports card. It's a card I was watching for at least like 6-7 months. I don't know too much information about this set. This is a pretty obscure non-sports set from Europe. It's from 1978 Swedish. I believe it's pronounced, and this is probably pronounced wrong, it's pronounced Sam Larsaker. I think I'm willing to bet the farm I pronounced that wrong. But 1978 Swedish, this is a PSA Near Mint 7. And it's a non-sports set, and it features a lot of musicians, bands, some movie actors and actresses. But one of the artists featured is Blondie. So I'm a fan of Blondie's music, really like her. And wanted to add this into the non-sports / music PC. So whenever I can find something pretty cool in that realm that I personally enjoy listening to, I always try to add to the collection. So this Swedish set, I believe there's 200 or 250 cards. There's apparently a card of the Sex Pistols, although I cannot find no picture of it anywhere. And was researching for quite a while, but didn't find anything. They are blank backs. And most of the sellers for these cards, especially raw, they tend to be in Europe. But there's a couple slabbed ones that have popped up. I know a couple Bob Marley ones have sold. And I think there's a few Kiss ones. Obviously, it's heavy towards late 70s, mid 70s musical acts and groups. I think there's one of Bruce Springsteen as well that's pretty pricey. And there's different variations of Blondie in the set, although I haven't come across what those ones look like. So I've seen this one, but I'm going to see if that Sex Pistols one ever pops up. Would love to add that one into the collection. But there's some pretty damn cool, especially more towards Europe, late 70s non-sports sets out there. Like one of the really cool sets out there that I discovered about 2 years ago is the 1977 Gum Punk. And that one is very difficult to find some raw examples of. And the price of those have shot up recently. But most of the artists featured in that particular set I really like. But figured this was a cool card. It's not something you see every day. I think the pop on this is a pop 1 and there's one higher. So I think the one higher is an 8. So definitely a pretty rare card and pretty damn cool card in my opinion. So eat the beat. Happy to add that one into the collection. So that's all I got for you guys. I appreciate you taking the time to watch the video. If you're going to the National, obviously hit me up. It's going to be a fun time. It's going to be a crazy time. It's going to be the best of times. And Look out for the Filmington Pepino Man extravaganza party. I guess they're going to be throwing at. I have no idea where they're throwing it at, but it's going to be somewhere to be determined. But that's all I got for you guys. Have a great one. Take care. Peace.